Hello everyone, I am Tirthankar Roychowdhary, your friend and guide for the Civil Services exam preparation. On 22nd of January 2024, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Narendramodi ji, participated in the Pran Pratishtha ceremony organized in the Shree Ram Mandir at Ayodhya. Since then, this event has been the center of discussion throughout the length and breadth of the country. In this video, we will try to understand the issue of Ram Mandir purely from the perspective of the Civil Services exam. So without further ado, let's get started.
India is celebrating Constitution Day today.
Finance Ministry expects India's growth to be
the new Parliament building in
The Ram Mandir is dedicated to Ram Lala, or infant Lord Ram, and located at a site which is believed to be the Ramjanmabhoomi, or the birthplace of Shree Ram. The construction of the temple is being supervised by a trust called the Shree Ram Janmabhoomi Tirthankar Trust, which was constituted in 2020 after the Supreme Court delivered its final verdict in the Ayodhya land dispute case. The trust consists of 15 members, out of which 12 are nominated by the central government. Mahant Nritya Gopal Das is the chairman of the trust. The original design of the Shree Ram Mandir was devised in 1988 by the Sompura family of Ahmedabad. The Sompuras have contributed immensely to temple architecture across 15 generations. More than 100 temples have been designed by the Sompuras worldwide, including the famous Somnath temple. Chandrakant Sompura is the chief architect of the Shree Ram Mandir, who is assisted in this endeavour by his two sons Ashish and Nikhil Sompura. The original design was slightly modified by the Sompuras in 2020 in accordance with the Vastu Shastra and the Shilpa Shastras. IIT Guwahati, IIT Chennai, IIT Bombay, NIT Surat, Central Building Research Institute Roorkee, National Geo Research Institute Hyderabad and National Institute of Rock Mechanics have played the role of design advisors. The Shree Ram temple, located in Ayodhya, is a majestic and magnificent structure. It's a dream carved in stone. Once complete, it will be one among the 4 largest Hindu temple complexes in the world, the other 3 being Angkor Wat in Cambodia, Swami Narayan Akshardham in New Jersey, and Sri Ranganatha Swami Temple in Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu. While the entire project is managed by Tata Consulting Engineers Limited, Larsen & Toubro is the construction company. The Shree Ram Mandir has been built to last for centuries, as it completely avoids the use of steel and iron. Instead, it favors traditional and sustainable materials. Below the temple, a 14-meter thick, reinforced cement concrete layer has been laid. This acts as an artificial bedrock. To protect the temple from earth's moisture, a 21-foot high plinth made of granite has been constructed. The temple complex includes a self-sufficient sewer treatment plant, water treatment plant, water arrangement for fire safety, and an independent power station to minimize dependence on external resources. A time capsule has been placed approximately 2,000 feet below the ground, right underneath the temple. The capsule contains a copper plate inscribed with relevant information regarding the Ram Mandir, Lord Ram, and Ayodhya. The Ram Mandir is spread over 2.77 acres of land within a larger 70-acre temple complex. Around the Grand Temple is a rectangular compound wall called Parkota, a feature that is regularly found in the temples of South India but not so frequently found in North India. The total length of this wall is 732 meters and its width is 14 feet. The temple is 380 feet long, 250 feet wide and 161 feet high. The temple is designed in the Gurjara Chalukya style of architecture, which is a subtype within the Nagara style of temple architecture that developed in northern India from 5th century AD onwards. A model of the proposed temple was also showcased during the Prayag Kumbh Mela in 2019. The Ram temple has 3 floors, 392 pillars and 44 doors. The ground floor of the temple has been designed to depict the story of the birth and childhood of Lord Ram. The first floor is designed like a grand Ram Darbar. The revered temple consists of a total of 5 mandaps or halls: Nritya Mandap, Rang Mandap, Sabha Mandap, Prarthana Mandap, and Kirtan Mandap. Intricate carvings and sculptures adorn the temple, each telling a tale from the Ramayana. Bansi Paharpur pink sandstone from Rajasthan's Bharatpur district has been used in the main temple structure. Granite stones have been used in the plinths. White, makrana and colored marbles have been used for the inlay work. Teak wood has been used for the construction of the doors of the temple. Special bricks with Shree Ram inscribed on them have been used in the construction of the temple. These bricks, named Ramshilas, draw a parallel with the stones used in the construction of the ancient Ram Setu, thus intertwining modern craftsmanship with ancient symbolism. One temple has been built at each of the four corners of the compound. These temples are dedicated to Suryadev, Devi Bhagavati, Lord Ganesh and Lord Shiva. The northern arm of the temple complex consists of a temple of Ma Annapurna, and in the southern arm there is a temple dedicated to Lord Hanuman. The main entrance to the temple is called the Singhadwar. This entrance features a series of statues and busts of prominent characters from Ramayana. A historic well called Sita Koop is located near the temple. This dates back to the ancient era. Some other temples proposed to be constructed within the temple complex are those dedicated to Maharshi Vashisht, Maharshi Valmiki, Maharshi Vishwamitra, Maharshi Agastya, Nishad Raj, Devi Ahilya and Mata Shabri. Kuber Tila is located in the southwestern part of the complex. The ancient temple of Lord Shiva located in this part has also been restored. Also, a bronze idol of Ramayana character Jatayu has been installed here. Ram Lala Virajman, or the infant form of Lord Ram and incarnation of Lord Vishnu, is the presiding deity of the temple. The temple has several idols including the incarnations of Shiva, the 10 avatars, the 64 yoginis along with the 12 incarnations of goddess Saraswati. A 51-inch idol of Ramlala chiseled by Mysuru-based sculptor Arunyogiraj sits in the Garbhagriha or the sanctum sanctorum of the temple. The idol is made out of 60 million years old Shaligram rocks brought from the Gandaki river that flows in Nepal. A magnificent bell hangs in the temple. This bell is made of Ashtadhatu. Gold, silver, copper, zinc, lead, tin, iron and mercury makes up the Ashtadhatu. The bell weighs 2,100 kilograms and its sound can be heard up to a distance of 15 kilometers. The Uttar Pradesh government has recently approved the construction of Brahman Path, a road project which will link the Saryu with the Ram temple. The devotees can now take a holy dip in the Saryu and directly approach the Ram temple by this road. The project has been conceptualized on the lines of the Kashi Vishwanath corridor, where the Ganga is linked to the Kashi Vishwanath temple by a similar road. Ayodhya is the birthplace of Lord Shree Ram. According to Hindus, there existed a temple dedicated to Lord Ram in Ayodhya that lasted for centuries. As per inscriptions found on the site, the Babri Masjid was built somewhere between 1528 and 1529 by Mir Baqi, a military commander under the orders of the first Mughal Emperor Babur. The Hindus believed that the site on which the mosque was built is the Shree Ram Janmabhoomi. Consequently, tensions broke out between the two communities. The result was a communal riot that took place between 1856 and 1857. Historical proofs suggest that the Babri Masjid and Hanuman Gadi, a temple near the masjid, were the focal points of this riot. The result of the riot was the construction of a railing outside the mosque called the Ram Chabutra, which became a place of worship for the Hindus. The origin of the legal battle in the Shree Ram Janmabhoomi case could be traced back to January 1885, when Mahant Raghubar Das, the chief priest of Ram Chabutra, filed a suit seeking permission to build a temple in the outer courtyard of the mosque. On 22nd of December 1949, a Ram idol appeared in the sanctum of the Babri Masjid. The Hindus saw this as divine revelation, whereas the Muslims contended that the idols were placed forcefully. In 1950, two suits were filed in the Faizabad court. The first one by Gopal Singh Visharad and the second one by Paramahansa Ramchandra Das. They claimed that the authorities are preventing them from entering the inner courtyard of the disputed site to perform puja. On 17 December 1959, Nirmohi Akhada, a Hindu sect, filed a third suit before the civil judge at Faizabad. They claimed that the Akhada owns the absolute right to control the Janmasthan. On 18 December 1961, Sunni Central Waqf Board and 9 Muslim residents from Ayodhya filed another suit before the civil judge at Faizabad. They demanded that the entire disputed site should be declared as a mosque and the idol kept inside the mosque should be removed. In 1984, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad launched the Shree Ram Janmabhoomi movement. The objective of this movement was the construction of a Bhavya Mandir in Ayodhya. BJP stalwart Lal Krishna Advani was chosen as the leader of this campaign. In 1989, the then Prime Minister of India, Rajiv Gandhi ji, allowed the VHP to perform the Shilanyas ceremony for the temple near the disputed site. On 25th of January 1986, a lawyer, Umesh Chandra Pandey, appealed before the Faizabad Sessions Court for the unlocking of the mosque gates so that the Hindus can perform puja before the Ram idol placed inside the mosque. Meanwhile, to settle the common dissatisfaction that grew out of the Shah Bano judgment, the then Prime Minister of India, Rajiv Gandhi, decided to greenlight the mosque's unlocking. In response, the Muslims formed the Babri Masjid Action Committee to register their protest. In 1989, another suit was filed in the case on behalf of the deity Shree Ram Lala Virajman and Astha Shree Ram Janmabhoomi. The premise of the suit was that law declares both the idol as well as the Janmasthan as juridical entities. On 10th of July 1989, all the suits that were filed in the Shree Ram Janmabhoomi case so far were shifted before the Allahabad High Court. On 21st of July 1989, the Allahabad High Court constituted a bench of 3 judges to hear the Shree Ram Janmabhoomi case. On request of the Uttar Pradesh government, the court also issued a notification on 14th of August 1989 to maintain status quo near the disputed site. The state, also utilizing its power under the Land Acquisition Act 1894, acquired 2.77 acres of land around the disputed site. On 25th of September 1990, L.K. Advani launched a Rath Yatra from Somnath, Gujarat to Ayodhya, Uttar Pradesh. The idea behind the organization of the Rath Yatra was to drum up support in favor of the Shree Ram Janmabhoomi movement. On 6th of December 1992, a group of car sevaks brought down the Babri Masjid and left behind in its place a makeshift temple. 10 days after the demolition of the Babri Masjid, the then government of India under Narasimha Rao ji ordered the formation of an inquiry commission under the guidance of Justice Librhan, a retired judge of the High Court. The Librhan Commission was mandated with the task to look into the circumstances that led to the demolition of the Babri Masjid and the ensuing communal riots across the country. The commission was originally asked to submit its report within 3 months from the date of its formation, but the commission finally submitted its report in June 2009 to Dr. Manmohan Singh. On 24th of July 1996, the Lucknow bench of the Allahabad High Court started registering oral evidences in the Ayodhya title dispute case. During the hearings, the court directed the Archaeological Survey of India to conduct a scientific survey on the disputed site using georadiology or ground-penetrating technology. The ASI in its report found the existence of a 10th century Hindu temple at the disputed site. The Allahabad High Court finally delivered its judgment on 30th of September 2010, wherein the court divided the land equally between the 3 contesting parties and gave all of them 1/3 of the total land. The 3 parties were the Ram Lala Virajman, Sunni Waqf Board and the Nirmohi Akhada. In May 2011, a division bench of the Supreme Court consisting of Justice Aftab Alam and Justice R.M. Lodha decided to put a stay on the Allahabad High Court judgment, calling it irrational because none of the contesting parties had ever asked for such trifurcation. In January 2019, the then Chief Justice of India, Justice Ranjan Gogoi, utilized his administrative powers and listed the matter in front of a 5-judge constitution bench headed by the CJI. The Supreme Court also appointed a mediation panel consisting of 3 members: Senior Advocate Shree Ram Panchu, retired Judge Ibrahim Khalifullah and spiritual leader Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. The panel was given the task to find a settlement between the contesting parties, and when the panel failed to find a comprehensive solution, on 6th of August 2019, the Supreme Court resumed hearings in the Shree Ram Janmabhoomi case. On 9th of November 2019, the Apex Court delivered its verdict in the Shree Ram Janmabhoomi case and awarded the total land in favor of Shree Ram Lala Virajman. The court also ordered that 5 acres of land should be given to the Sunni Waqf Board for the purpose of erecting a mosque in a prominent location at Ayodhya. The Supreme Court's judgment in the Shree Ram Janmabhoomi case is based on 3 pillars: ownership of the disputed territory, the ASI report, and the doctrine of essentiality. Although both the Muslims and the Hindus claimed ownership of the disputed territory, the Hindus were more successful in highlighting it before the court that they owned the property continuously. Further, the court also observed that the Muslims were never in exclusive possession of the inner courtyard, while the Muslims never owned the outer courtyard. The ASI report, which came up in the early 2000s, also highlighted the existence of a non-Islamic temple-like structure. The court observed that the mosque was not built on vacant land, rather, there existed a temple before the construction of the mosque. The doctrine of essential religious practices, which the court observed in the Ismail Farooqi vs. Union of India case 1994, highlights that only those practices which are essential to a particular religion must be given primacy. By applying this doctrine, the Supreme Court declared that mosque was not a part of essential religious practices in Islam, as namaz could be offered anywhere. The Ram temple has been built entirely by using India's traditional and indigenous technology. Modern advanced digital documentation techniques like 3D mapping and virtual reality has also been employed in the construction of the temple. The idea is to enable future generations to study the Ram Mandir project in a scientifically advanced manner. The construction of the Ram Mandir is a glowing example of India's secularism, as people from different communities have participated in the construction of the Ram Mandir. This has only added new colors to India's secular fabric. Holy water from 150 rivers across India was used in the Bhumi Pujan ceremony of the Shree Ram temple. This event signifies that the temple stands as a testament to a larger and broader cultural integration and underscores the most fundamental feature of Indian society, that is unity in diversity. Broader social goals have also been kept in mind during the construction of the temple. Therefore, ramps and lifts have been installed throughout the temple complex for the convenience of the differently abled and the elderly. Special emphasis has been laid on the eco-friendly practices during the temple's construction. Not only 70% of the total complex area has been left green, but water treatment plant and sewer treatment plant have been installed within the temple complex. Further, energy-efficient design techniques has been used by keeping sustainability in mind. The placement of a time capsule underneath the temple highlights the present generation's commitment to preserve the historical and cultural significance of the Ram temple for the future generations. Throughout the construction of the Ram temple, complete transparency was maintained in reporting and accounting. This kept the devotees informed and engaged during all stages of the temple construction. Ram's divinity holds sway not only in India but also constitutes an integral part of the cultural heritage of nations such as Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia and Myanmar. The construction of the Ram temple in Ayodhya will give a fillip to India's cultural diplomacy. The Ram temple can act as a force multiplier, which will spur business and economic activities in the region. A glowing example of this kind is the Tirupati temple, which draws devotees from all parts of the country, thereby giving a boost to the local economy. The Ram temple is also expected to play the role of a nucleus institution around which charitable institutions, schools and hospitals can grow. All of this will have a positive impact over the people living in that region. With the construction of the Ram Mandir, we now have the opportunity to construct a state on the principles of ramrajya. Ramrajya is mentioned in the Yuddha Kand of Maharshi Valmiki's Ramayana. Several later scholars, thinkers and philosophers, including Gandhiji, have talked about Ramrajya elaborately in their writings. First, we must understand that it is not Ram Raj, but Ramrajya. Raj is always person-driven, whereas Rajya is based on the principles of governance. A Ram Rajya is an ideal state which is based on the principles of Dharma. Dharma is not religion. Dharma refers to righteousness, order or duty. Dharma is the glue that holds everything else together. Ram Rajya is a true democratic system where the ruler rules with the pleasure of the people. There are equal rights for everyone. Violence cannot be the means to achieve justice. The justice is swift without an elaborate and costly procedure. The rules are based on moral principles and the stress is on moral authority. Government policies and programs are designed to empower the people, especially the weak and vulnerable sections of the society. Army does not interfere in the work of the civil administration, but it ensures that the citizens are protected from external dangers. There is respect for all religions and faiths. Communal harmony is an inseparable feature of Ramrajya. There is strong adherence to rule of law and great emphasis on the enforcement of contracts. All the public institutions function without fear or favor. Such a state experiences progress and prosperity. Many of these principles are found in the Constitution of India. The Ram Mandir is not just a religious place. It represents a confluence of history, culture and architectural brilliance. The temple stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of Maryada Purushottam Bhagwan Shree Ram and reflects the collective spirit of a nation. With the temple expected to serve as a beacon guiding spiritual and cultural aspirations of the future generations, the construction of the temple has rejuvenated India's cultural consciousness. So this was my take on the Shree Ram Mandir. If you have learned something substantial, hit the like button, and for more such videos, subscribe to the channel. That's all from my side, folks. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.